Hello, in this video we will study Unit 28 of FST-01, that is Technology and Economic Development. My notes are based on MCQ pattern. If you like the notes, please like and subscribe. Technology Policy. Britain was able to develop its science, technology and industrial potential to become a developed nation of today. While the colonial nations like our country India, after winning the freedom, realized that their economy was strongly bound to those of previous masters. For buying and selling their products, they were dependent on the world market, where price of goods was not in their hands and where numerous discriminatory practices existed. Technology progress, of which they were deprived, enabled the industrialized countries to offer superior and low-priced goods. Thus, technological superiority ensured dominance over the markets. On the other hand, technological deficiency of the newly independent countries prevented them from rising productivity and meet even the basic needs of the people. In the year 1983, the Technology Policy Statement was issued by the government, which said, political freedom must lead to economic independence and the alleviation of the burden of poverty. For implementing Technology Policy Statement, a Technology Policy Implementation Committee was constituted by the Government of India. Let's know about the objectives of the technology policy. The technology policy was meant to attain technological competence and self-reliance, provide maximum gainful and satisfactory employment, use traditional skills and capabilities, ensure maximum development with minimum capital outlay. Identify obsolescence of the technology in use and arrange for modernization of both equipment and technology. Develop technologies which are internationally competitive. Improve production speedily through greater efficiency and fuller utilization of existing capabilities. Reduce demands on energy with non-renewable resources. Ensure harmony with the environment and prepare ecological balance. Environmental considerations include the following: making the air less polluted, disposing of solid waste, treating industrial effluents, prevention of soil erosion. Recycle waste and make full utilization of byproducts. These were some of the objectives of technology policy. Technology transfer takes place in three ways, that is, import of technology, transfer of technology from lab to the fields, and export of technology. Firstly, we'll see import of technology. Imported technology comes with restrictions or political strings. Like India imports enriched uranium from United States, and thus United States insisted India to sign a nuclear non-proliferation treaty. It is seen that suppliers often unload obsolete technology on recipient, sometimes at a very high cost. The receiving country may permanently have to depend on the donor country. When technology is imported from different countries for an industry, then their spare parts may not fit into various models. The multinational corporation of a developed nation gives technological know-how to a developing nation with the restriction that knowledge is not to be shared with other developing nations. You also need to know that India is buying the latest defense aircraft from France at a very high cost now. The next way of transfer of technology is from lab to the field. The National Research and Development Corporation of India, that is the NRDC, was set up in 1953 for facilitating the transfer of technology from the laboratories of national research and development institutes to the field. Lastly, the export of technology. India exports technology to Asian, Middle Eastern, African, and Latin American nations in the form of technological know-how or machinery. This figure shows about some of the technology India exports. So, India exports switch gears and electrical distribution material, steel work for buildings to Burma in the form of supply and installation. To Kuwait, India exports light fiber appliances and cables in the form of installation and maintenance. India exports computer equipment and software to Malaysia in the form of supply, delivery, installation, and maintenance of hardware and software. To Ethiopia, India exports microwave network in the form of erection, construction, and commissioning. To Kenya, India exports cement, machine tools, and PVC resin industry. To Brazil, India exports the know-how and consultancy to run small and medium industries. To Mexico, India exports disk and magnetic tapes for computers in the form of know-how and consultancy. To Argentina, India exports hydroelectricity generation technology in the form of know-how and consultancy. Lastly, we'll study the current technological developments of a country. The Department of Science and Technology was founded in 1971, which supports research of multidisciplinary nature. The Council of Scientific and Industrial Research was established in 1942. It has a chain of laboratories in almost all areas relating to the national development effect, like the fuels, ceramics and glass, chemicals, metallurgical and electrochemical products, etc. Then the Silk and Art Silk Manufacturing Research Association was established in 1950. Indian Jute Industry Research Association was established in 1937. Lastly, you would like to know that in 1850, coal, oil and gas was responsible for 5% of world's energy, while human and animal labor did about 95% of work. Whereas today all these constitute to 94% water power, about 1% of human and animal labor, and the remaining 5% of world's energy. So I have almost covered every important point in my video. So please like and subscribe. Thank you.